Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of the 20th of October 2021. Essence. Sweet children, you have to conquer Ravan, the enemy, with the power of yoga. In order to change from human beings into deities, imbibe divine virtues. Question: why don't all the children follow the Father's Srimat (elevated directions) to the same extent? Answer: because not everyone has recognized the Father to the same extent. Only when they recognize him fully will they follow his Srimat. Maya, the enemy, prevents you from following Srimat. You children therefore follow your own dictates every now and you then tell Baba, you experience storms of Maya and forget to remember him. Baba says, children, don't be afraid of Maya, Ravan. Make effort with great force and she will become tired. Song. Neither will he be separated from us, nor will we experience sorrow. Om Shanti. You are single souls. Each one of you would say Om Shanti. This one is double, and so it has to be said twice. Om Shanti, Om Shanti. The Father now sits here and explains to you children. You are sitting here on a battlefield. This is not the fighting that those people have. In fact, there is fighting in every home. This refers to the majority. Number 1 is body consciousness, and second is lust. You are now conquering Ravan, the 5 vices, with the power of remembrance. If you have the power of remembrance, you cannot fall. Your battle is with Ravan alone. In the world, there are all types of situations, whereas here it is just one thing. Your battle is with Ravan. Who is teaching you? God the Purifier. He is the one who makes you pure from impure. Pure means deities. You become masters of the world. Here, human beings do not understand that you have become impure through Ravan. The Father has explained that, at this time, there is the kingdom of Ravan over the whole world. In the same way, there is the kingdom of Rama in the golden and silver ages. That too is said to be over the whole world. However, there aren't that many people there. You are claiming the kingdom of the world with the power of yoga. It isn't only when you sit here that you have to remember the Father or spin the discus of self-realization and that's all. You should keep this in your intellects at every moment. We ruled in heaven for half the cycle, and then, when we were cursed by Ravan, we came down. It takes time to come down. You have to come down 84 steps. There are no steps in the ascending stage. If there were steps, how could you speak about liberation in life in a second? Look how it takes you 2,500 years to come down, and only a few years to go into the ascending stage. So, you have the power of yoga and they have physical power. You start coming down from the Copper Age and then physical power begins. There is no question of any killing in the Golden Age. They have portrayed Krishna being tied to a tree, but there cannot be anything like that there. Children there are never mischievous. They are all said to be full of all virtues, 16 celestial degrees full. People have been remembering Krishna so much. Something that is good is remembered. For example, people remember the 7 wonders of the world and go to see them. What is the best thing of all in Abu that people come here to see? Religious people come here to see the temples. There are many temples on the path of devotion. There are no temples in the Golden and Silver Ages. The temples are built later as memorials. There are no festivals in the Golden Age. Deepawali there is not as we celebrate it at this time. Yes, they celebrate the coronation day when the king takes the throne. There, everyone's light is ignited. You have a song, "The new age has come." Only you know that you are making effort in order to become deities for the new world of the Golden Age. You should study very well. Drink the nectar of knowledge for as long as you live. This knowledge is about knowing the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. Languages, etc. are not taught here. Simply remember the Father and spin the discus of self-realization. That's all. You are sitting here as spinners of the discus of self-realization. It is in your intellects that your cycle of 84 births has come to an end. You now have to renounce your old bodies and old relations and take new ones. Baba is inspiring you to make effort in order for you to become the masters of the land of Vishnu. Everyone else in the world belongs to the devil's community. God speaks. It is now the same age of the Gita. This is the confluence age of every cycle. The Father says, I come at the confluence age of this cycle. I am the same God of the Gita. I come here to create the new world of heaven, so how could I come in the Copper Age? That is one very big mistake. Some mistakes are small and some are big. That is the biggest mistake of all. Instead of mentioning the name of God Shiva, who is beyond rebirth, they have put the name of the one who takes 84 births. You now know that Sri Krishna cannot say, constantly remember me alone. No one from the other religions would accept him. Shiva is incorporeal. You are the Shiv Shakti army. You have yoga with Shiv Baba and receive power from him. There is no question of male or female in this. All of you souls are brothers. All of you are receiving power from the Father. Only the Father would give you the inheritance. That Father is the Almighty Authority. Lakshmi and Narayan are also called Almighty Authorities because they are the masters of the whole world. How did they attain their kingdom? Let alone just Bharat, it is now the kingdom of Ravan over the whole world. You can tell from some kings that they are part of a long line of rulers which still continues. They, Lakshmi and Narayan, came at the beginning of the Golden Age, and so they must have made such an effort in their previous birth. Impure kingdoms are received by making donations and performing charity. Here, at the Confluence Age, you attain a kingdom for 21 births with knowledge and the power of yoga. You know that the whole of this old world is to be destroyed. Even these bodies will not remain. Therefore, consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. Learn how to say Baba, Baba, just as little children are taught, so they remember their physical fathers. The spiritual father now says to you spiritual children, O children, this is something new. The Father says, now remember me, your spiritual father, because you have to return home. The soul is imperishable and the body is perishable. So which is stronger? The body functions on the basis of the soul. When a soul departs, the body has to be burnt in a fire. Souls are imperishable. They are just points. No one knows about souls. Even if someone does have a vision, so what? They still don't know that a soul is just a point and has an imperishable part of 84 births recorded in him. Only you have these things in your intellects. Only the one Father teaches you Raja Yoga. All the barristers, lawyers, engineers, etc. have continued to exist. Here you change from human beings into deities. They too are human beings, but they are called deities. Deities are those who have imbibed divine virtues. You have to make effort and become those with divine virtues. That is your aim and objective. You know what virtues the deities have. We have to become the same. There will also be subjects. Many subjects are created, but it requires effort to become a king or queen. Those who make a lot of effort will become a king or queen. All of those who give the knowledge to many can understand in their own hearts. The soul says, I will definitely belong to the unlimited Father. I will surrender myself to Him. I will sacrifice myself to Him. I will surrender everything I have to Him. People give to God, do they not? When you come, I will surrender myself to you. In return, I will take a new body, mind and wealth from you. How could I take a new mind? I will make the soul new, (pure). Then I will take a new body and also receive the kingdom. You are now claiming that, are you not? The soul says, O Baba, I belong to you with this body. Baba, I seek refuge with you. everyone in the kingdom of Ravan has become very unhappy. Therefore, Baba, liberate us from this and take us to our kingdom. Now that you have found Shiv Baba, what more could you want? You know that heaven is created through Shiv Baba's Srimat, and hell is created through the devilish dictates of Ravan. Heaven is now to be created once again through Srimat. Those who came in the previous cycle will definitely come again. You become elevated by following Srimat, whereas by following the dictates of Ravan you fall. It is now your stage of ascent, but it is the stage of descent for everyone else. There are innumerable religions. In the Golden Age there was just the one deity religion. It has now disappeared. Brackets, the example of the banyan tree. You know there are the signs of the deity religion. There truly was the kingdom of deities. It is a matter of 5,000 years. You prove to them that this is a cycle of 5,000 years, that there are 4 ages in it, and that each age is 1,250 years. They have said that the cycle is hundreds of thousands of years. Because there is a lot of difference, this doesn't sit in anyone's intellect. They think that the organization of the Brahma Kumaris is like one of many other organizations, and we take up the Gita. However, they believe God Krishna spoke the Gita. This Dada sitting here was a jeweler, and so people become confused. The father says, "Up to now, no one recognizes me as I am or what I am. At the end, you will recognize me fully. Up to now, you all recognize me number-wise. This is why you feel it is very difficult to follow Srimat. Even very good children do not follow Srimat. Ravan doesn't allow them to follow it. They follow their own dictates. There are only a few who follow Srimat fully. As you progress further, you will know me fully, for only then will you follow Srimat. As soon as you progress further, you will come to know me as I am and what I am. You are now continuing to understand this. What more could you want once you have understood this fully? You have to live at home with your families, but Maya, the enemy, is such that she prevents you from following Srimat. You say, "Baba, many storms of Maya come. Maya makes me forget you." Yes, when you make effort with great force, Maya will eventually become tired. There is the rosary of 8. There are 8 main jewels. The 8 are couples, and the 9th is Shiv Baba in the middle. Some make the center red and others make it white. Shiv Baba is just a point. A point cannot be red. A point is always white. It is very subtle. No one can see it except in a divine vision. Doctors try so hard to see it, but they are unable to see it because it is something very subtle. This is why it is asked, "You say that you are a soul. Okay, have you ever seen a soul? If you are unable to see yourself, how could you see the Father? You have to know about souls and how they have parts recorded in them. No one knows this at all. Instead of 84 births, they speak of 8.4 million births. The Father comes and explains everything to you children. What is the Bharat of today, and what will the Bharat of tomorrow be like? There is also the Mahabharat war. The knowledge of the Gita has been given. This is also the sacrificial fire of Rudra. All religions are to be destroyed, and the one religion is being established. This is Shiv Baba's Bandara (kitchen). You receive pure food here. Only Brahmins prepare this food. This is why its praise is limitless. You will become pure through this and become the masters of the pure world. This is why pure food is very good. The more elevated you become, the purer your food will be. If a yog-yukt person prepares your food, you receive a lot of power. You will find such people as you make further progress. Serviceable children who live at centres should prepare food by themselves and eat that, for only then can they receive a lot of power from it. Just as a faithful and obedient wife doesn't remember anyone except her husband, in the same way, you children should also prepare and eat food while staying in remembrance, and you will receive a lot of power. By staying in remembrance of Baba, you claim the kingdom of the world. Baba advises you, but this doesn't sit in anyone's intellect as yet. As you progress further, it is possible that perhaps some of you will say, I will remain yog-yukt and prepare food myself so that everyone can benefit. The Father gives you children directions for everything. The picture of the Trimurti should be placed in front of you. You have to claim your inheritance from Shiv Baba. Continue to create one method or another. Baba gives his own example. On the path of devotion, I used to have a lot of love for the picture of Narayan. While remembering him, I would have tears because I had disinterest in the world at that time. In my childhood, I had the attitude of disinterest. These are unlimited matters. Nevertheless, you are then told, man above. Only by staying in yoga will you become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. Have the concern to stay in remembrance. You receive Srimat. The Father says, remember me. I am the creator of the world, and so you will also become the master of the new world. Otherwise, there will be punishment and the status will be destroyed. You children have to have the concern of how to become Sato Pradhan before you die. You definitely have to remember the Father. This is the greatest concern of all. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, BaapDada. The spiritual Father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual Father. Essence for dana. 1. Remain yog-yukt and eat food you have prepared yourself. In order to go to the pure world, only eat pure food. Only in this is there power. 2. In order to receive a new body, mind and wealth, surrender everything old you have to the Father. Surrender yourself completely, including your body, to the Father. Blessing. May you be a great soul who gives happiness to all souls with your elevated interaction. All souls receive donations of happiness from every type of interaction with great souls who give happiness and receive happiness. So check, in terms of being a great soul, did I give everyone happiness throughout the day? Did I perform charitable acts? Charity means to give someone something with which that soul gives blessings. So check, do I receive blessings from all souls? Did I give or take sorrow from any soul? Only then can you be called a great soul. Slogan: to think about something after you have done it is a form of repentance. Om Shanti.